chance for first place. Kennett's undefeated. Lebanon's trying to beat them. We got American flags. I got an all-state guard with yellow hair. They're going nuts. The guy with the horn is on his game. So Crosstown Motors, Game of the Week.
Right now, let's go! Right now or never! Let's go! Right now or never! Let's go!
Colby Drew checking in as a lineman on that. So 3rd and long, this is not a Lebanon no one's comfortable on 3rd and long. Lebanon not a throwing football team. We'll see what Flanagan does here. He's got one guy in motion, one guy out to the right. Drops back to pass. They get a good rush on him. Stops, throws. That's going to be easily picked off. Kennett's going the other way with this one. Back, he's got some running room. And Kennett's going to return this one all the way back. Down to the 10-yard line. Nick Graziano. One of their best players. Graziano has been a big-time player for these guys for years, and that was an easy pickoff. And Kennett's going to take over in the red zone. Pollard's going to stay in that shotgun. Nate Arnold behind him. Kerry Rober spread out to the right. Man in motion. It's Arnold. Gets it. Finds the corner. He's going to get in. And Kennett. Nate Emerson.
19-8 Emerson on the carry.
And Kennett leads at 6-0. That's what happens when you turn the ball over. Quick score by Kennett. Shotgun. Gets it, looks it over. He's going to fire over the middle. Good defense and picked off. Great deflection and picked off there. 37 on the interception. Walker Tuttle, one of the best linebackers in Division II. And Lebanon gets a big play, turns it over. Nothing Pollard could have done better. He put it right in his hands. But the second time we see a drop pass. Pollard back to throw. Early rush, he's going to evade it, rolls out. Got a couple of guys, throws it deep. Wide open. And Kennett's going to move all the way back down the field. Drew McDonald finally tackled.
Pass is complete, number 24.
Cam Broughton brought him down, but good patience right there by Pollard. And a big play by Kennett, and it's first down.
28-yard line.
Shotgun. Flanagan's going to throw. He's got plenty of time. Hucks it. Wide open's got it. Lebanon's got their big play. They've been waiting for it. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Big play down there. Jeremiah Morton on the other end of that one. And the United Nations in the end zone is going nuts. Here we go. It's Joe Flanagan. Broughton and Milliken. Huge play for Lebanon. Pitches, doesn't get it. It's going to be down at the 1. Turned over on downs with 1:47 left here in the half. Big stop by Kennett. First and goal from the 4, and they don't get in. 3.5 seconds left. Nice move here by Von Beckwith and Kennett to go for it, but they're only going to have one play here, and they're going to have to throw it. From the 2. Paul has got it, rolls out, looks, fires. Oh, tremendous catch. Did he get it? Yeah, he did. Touchdown, Kennett. And Kennett goes all the way down the field and scores. That is a punch in the stomach to Lebanon. And now it's a 14-0 game. Pitch and catch. And that's a huge play. Kerry Rober. 16-0 at the half, Kennett.
And that's the end of the first half. Your score, Kennett Eagles.
Looking over the defense. They got Lebanon spread out. Throws it over the middle. Great pass. Tremendous pass. Down to Drew McDonald. He's going all the way in for the score. Drew McDonald. And that was just a terrific play by Pollard. Had a guy right in his face. Took his time. Took one step back. Lofted up for McDonald. And it was an easy touchdown. 22-0 now. Kennett decisively on top. Touchdown, and Kennett
Touchdown.
Makes it a 30-0 game as this has gotten away from Lebanon. Loose ball. Kennett thinks they got it again. They do have it. Kennett's going to take over 30-0. Insult to injury.
Kickoff recovered by Kennett. Will be first down Eagles.
Handoff up the middle. Good running lane right there, and Kennett's in again. It's number 30 with the touchdown, Ryan Stevens. 36-0. This game has gotten away, and Kennett making a statement here with a 36-0 lead here on the road. Ball at hand up the middle, on his feet and in. It's Stevens again, second straight touchdown for Ryan Stevens. 42-0. And Kennett is good. That's all I got to say about that. Lebanon in. And they get their first score of the night.
19, Tanner Sims on the carry.
Tanner Sims on the carry, and it's 42-6. Crowd's going nuts. I don't want anyone to tell them to burst their bubble that it's 42-6 with 1:30 left in running time. All right, Crosstown Motors game of the week, 42-8, and Lebanon scored in the last minute here. This was an impressive win, and Kennett, a lot of people around the state want to see how good these guys really are. I think we kind of found out tonight with the highlights, but Jacob Cameron, who was absolutely fantastic tonight. Nick Graziano over here was tremendous as well. Nate Arnold and Will Pollard. Start with you, Will. Got a little James Caparell to you, but I feel like right now is the time for you guys, and anyone of you to jump in here. Pete Terrier continues not to put you in his top 10 of his power poll. He's putting Bo in there, and he said, I've got to see Kennett. What is your open message to Pete Terrier right now, and do you deserve to be in the top 10 in the state of New Hampshire?
I'm pretty sure we deserve to be at least like right near Wyndham, because I mean after tonight we proved that we can be.
We work hard every week. We work hard every week to give ourselves an opportunity to be in the best spot we can. Our team deserves to be in the top 10, no doubt.
No doubt about it. And this is a team that you guys, a lot of young guys in this team, but senior leadership from you guys, and Jacob, you're one of the, your guys recognized one of the top linemen guys in the state. Did you feel like working towards this season, like, all right, we got something special, we got a chance to do something? Because you guys have been on the cusp last couple of years, and this year it seems like everything's kind of coming together for you guys.
Oh yeah, this offseason was huge for us. We all bought into the program way more. We didn't have our weight room shut down. Usually in the spring we do. Everybody's just bought into the program, getting ready for the season, and I mean we showed it at the Lineman Challenge, winning it. The 7-on-7s, dominating teams, two of them. Yeah. I mean, we're ready.
One of the 7-on-7s.
Yeah, and for this year.
Yeah, and coming into this one, I mean, this was a big game for Lebanon. Senior night and so forth. They were hyped up. The UN over there with all their flags was pretty fired up as well. Yep. Did you look at it that same way too? Like this is a big game, proving it's on the road. It's a big win.
Oh, of course. We knew this was a huge game coming in.
And we wanted to come down here and spoil their senior night. Come on.
We quieted them down. We quieted them down pretty quick.
This was you guys were in the toughest division, conference, whatever in the entire division. Laconia won tonight. That's a really good football team that we saw a couple weeks ago. Beat St. Thomas. Lebanon is a solid football team as well. Kearsarge played well. What do you guys? The one game at a time mentality, but you guys right now you're the favorites. But how do you guys feel? You take it week by week.
Well, Saturday morning we're waking up bright and early, going to watch this game film, moving on to Laconia. It's pretty much hard work from here on out.
Are you saying that because your coach is standing 15 feet away from you?
I mean, I like waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Don't get me wrong, but
it was the right answer. Don't worry. Will, how do you feel like the rest of the way for you guys? I mean, your ultimate goal. This has got to be. You want to be a UNH, right, in November?
Oh yeah, I mean, at the beginning of this year, I mean, the past 2 years when I came here as a freshman, they were sophomores, like we were young, there was excuses for making mistakes and stuff, but I mean, now we're seniors and I'm a junior. I mean, we're just doing what we've been working for all these years.
Yeah, these guys are just a real professional attitude out there. They don't get too high, too low, and this is a really, really good football team. We came all the way out here to see these guys. Great win for these guys tonight. Crosstown Motors game of the week. Kennett, huge W. They're undefeated, 42-8 tonight over Lebanon.
Look out for Kennett.
Let's go. 6-0. Leave the hunt.
Thanks, guys. With head coach of Kennett, undefeated, nice win here tonight. I was saying to the kids earlier, just a professional attitude, but you had to come into this one saying, this is a tough game on the road, and to come out 16-0 at the half. half, and it got away from Lebanon in the second half. But your team just kind of put in, I thought, warmed down the second half.
Yeah, and that's something we kind of identified at halftime, that we sustain our blocks a half second longer, and those 3-yard runs are going to turn into a bigger gain for us. And then our jet play to the edge was working well.
Yeah.
And then, we spread them out and run in cover one.
I was saying to Will Pollard, it reminds me a little bit of James Caparell from Bedford, which is ultimate compliment. That kid's starting a URI now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's got size, he can run, he's comfortable running out of the pocket, but he keeps his head downfield the whole time.
Yep.
Made some huge throw for you. He's been tremendous for you guys.
He's been great. And, Will works all year long for this stuff. And, during the summer, going to camps, traveling across the country to do it. And, it's important to him. And, obviously he's a leader on our team, so are our captains, but a lot of guys feed off from that and the work ethic and throughout the season.
What's the attitude of this group? I mean, what is the mentality of this group? Again, I say professional. I don't know if that's the right term, but they just seem very level-headed, and they go about, kids are, finishing their blocks, finishing their tackles. I mean, what's this group been like for you? You've been in this program, but this is your first year as head coach. But
No, I've been here since 2009.
Yeah.
And, they're a senior group. They're a veteran group.
Yeah.
And coaching these guys up for the past 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been, hearing the stuff, buying into it, and now they're in a position where they've got the ability and the strength to execute what they're doing. And, we talked about goals and what we want to accomplish and the work that it takes to get to those goals.
Yeah, and the good thing is that there will be some teams that are going to get to playoffs. Wyndham might be one, who's a very good team, but they may get to the playoffs and say, we haven't had a tough game in 2 months, and that can kind of bite you sometimes when you guys are in the toughest conference. Absolutely. No question about it.
Absolutely.
As I mentioned earlier, just saw Laconia a couple of weeks ago beat St. Thomas, who was my pick to win the whole thing. That's got to help you play in this level of competition. Tonight was, lopsided, but this is a good division you guys are in.
It is tough. Yes, it's the most competitive division in Division 2, conference in Division 2. But
I get that's wrong too.
But it helps keep us focused. Absolutely. Yeah. And last week when I saw the ratings on the NHIA website, and I was like, all right, this is going to help us keep focused. We talked about previous couple of games. We were clearly the better team. Nothing against those teams, but we didn't have to work so much to beat them. And tonight we had to do some work. And it's going to be the same thing next week. Tony's a very good team, and they're well coached.
That'll be a good game next week.
Absolutely. I would think that will be the game of the week next week, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great win. Great seeing these guys, and great for people around the state to finally get to see you guys, the highlights, so forth. Coach, thank you very much. Our Crosstown Motors Game of the Week. Kennett is undefeated. Huge win tonight over Lebanon.